that retreat.
Oh, yeah.
I'll talk to you about it. It says I need to be a customer or go to register for a class.
No.
So I think I'm going to ring and
Give her a ring.
give her a ring and
Yeah.
say that you mentioned
Yeah,
it.
give her a ring. No, yeah. Not the problem with the booking thing. Just
Well,
phone her.
first of all, the booking thing said there was a problem with it.
Oh.
So
I'll just phone her up then. Just, yeah, she'll answer and sort it out for you there and then. Great. Right. Shall we start? Everyone, you both okay?
yeah.
Good, good. All right. So we're going to do a lot today because it's summer. So we're thinking about the heart and opening up the chest and lots of upper body and shoulder type stuff. Okay. Okay. Excellent. I like that too. And we're going to keep it really slow today. So it's going to be proper just yin, less sort of loosening up and stuff. We're just going to. So we're going to start lying down. Right. So this is the tone setting. Let's lie down. Yeah, well, it feels like that this time of year. So let's just come into Shavasana to begin with. So we're just going to lie out with the legs out straight. If you want a pillow under your head, you can do that. That's fine. Just have the arms alongside the body. Have the palms turned upwards. You just roll the shoulders back a little. Head in center. Let's just rock the head slightly from side to side and just loosen up our neck. And then bring the head back to center. And we'll just jut the chin in towards the chest, just straightening our neck. And then bring the attention to the breath. And just start to slow the breathing down. And just focus on the abdomen and the low lung area, and just try and move the breath into that area. Breathing slowly. Breathing deeply. Going to be super slow today. So keeping our breath slow. Keeping our movement slow. I'm trying to still the mind. Just taking a few moments here just to check in. Just be within this space, not be anywhere else. Bring our mind to what we're doing. Focusing on lying on the ground, feeling the ground beneath you support you. Just letting the body rest for a few moments. And just to further relax us, we're going to do that tensing, relaxing practice that we often do at the end of a yoga class, but just so we can squeeze out any tension before we move into our yin postures. So staying lying down, keeping nice and still. We're just going to tense each part of the body in turn, let it go. So we're going to tense our feet to begin with. So just screw your feet up nice and tight, hold them tight. And then release them. Tense both your calves and your knees, so just tensing the muscles. And then releasing them. Tensing both the thighs and the buttocks, screwing up the muscles there, holding them nice and tight. And then release. Tensing now around the tummy, the abdominal muscles, just trying to hold those muscles tight. And release. Tensing the back and the shoulders, holding them tight. And release. Tensing the hands. So let's screw the hands up into fists, hold them tight. And release. Tensing both arms now, bring them in close to the body, hold them tight. And release. And we're coming to the face, so clamping the jaw, screwing up the cheeks, the nose, the eyes, the mouth. Tensing the face and the head. And then release. We're going to do that one more time, except we're going to keep holding each part as we go around until the whole body is really tense, holding it all together, and then we just let it all go. So start with the feet, screwing up the feet, tensing the calves and the knees, tensing the buttocks and the thighs, tensing the tummy, tensing the back and the shoulders, making fists, holding the arms close to the body, screwing up the whole of the face, whole body now really excruciatingly tight. And then release. Let it all go. And just noticing the remaining tension now just flowing out through the body into the ground. Relaxing down. All right, so we're going to come into our first yin posture. We're going to stay lying down. So just stretch your arms out above your head, behind you. So we're going to come into our banana posture. So we're going to walk our feet to the right. And then you're going to walk your hands to the right. So the whole body is curving around to the right side. So you're like a banana. And stretching our arms away. So again, opening up the chest. And we're going to stay here for 3 minutes. Now with the arms, if it's too uncomfortable to have them straight up, you could bend them a little. Or if you want to increase it, you can take the left hand to grab hold of the right wrist. You can also cross the left foot over the right leg if you want to increase the stretch. So stretching down the whole of the right side, opening up the side of the body. Keeping both shoulders on the floor. And keeping the breath nice and slow and long. Halfway there. And just holding this position or increasing if you want to, or easing off if you need to. And just noticing how the stretch down that left side is feeling. Something stretched enough that it can relax. A minute left. All right, so coming to the end of this side. So let's slowly bring our arms back first to center, and then bring our legs back to center. If you need to take any little movement with the arms or the legs, you can do before we come to the other side. And then with the arms stretched out behind us, let's take the legs to the left, and then take the arms to the left. So curving round to the left. And again, arms, if they can be above the head, that's great, because that's working into those heart meridians. If that's too uncomfortable, bring them down. And you could hold the left wrist with the right hand if you want to. And to increase it, you could cross the right foot over the left. Finding what's best for you. Not going too far. Getting that nice stretch down the right side this time. And a sense of releasing some of the tissue, the muscles, intercostal muscles around the ribs. Keeping the breath nice and slow. Halfway there. Less than a minute to go. Keeping up with the stretch or loosening off a bit if you need to. Leave a bit of space now down that right side and stretch it out. And we're slowly going to bring our hands back to center and walk the feet back to center. And let's just bring our arms back alongside the body, and we'll bring the knees to the chest, and we'll just hold the knees in close. No movement, just hold the knees. And just notice that feeling going from being completely stretched out to this position. Just notice the effect it has on the body. Just enjoy that. And the effect. Okay, so we're going to come on to our tummies, but you'd probably be better having your heads up this end. So just very gently roll onto your left side. Push yourself up slowly and just come onto your tummy, but have your head up this end. And I'm going to come like this. All right. So coming onto the tummy. Now this is really good at opening up the shoulder. It might be a bit tricky, so we'll see how we go. So we're going to start with the right. So just take the right arm and outstretch it. And what you're going to do is you're going to roll onto it. So you're kind of rolling back onto your right shoulder. Okay, now with the legs, it's quite helpful to take the left leg and just bend it and place it behind the other leg. This feels, is this okay? It can be quite intense on the shoulders. If it's a bit much, just come forward a bit, don't roll too far back. If you want to go whole hog, take the left arm as well and take that behind your back. So you're basically rolling back onto your right shoulder. And you're opening up that shoulder. So we'll stay here for a couple of minutes if we can, and if it's too intense, then you can come back. You're going to notice the sensation afterwards. And roll back onto that right shoulder, so we're really opening it up. Left leg bent and just behind the right leg, just to kind of stabilize us. And that left hand can either be in front of the body or you can bring it behind the back. Finding someone that's sort of comfortable. I know it's not the most comfortable position in the world. And just keep breathing and just maybe just noticing how it feels to open up the shoulder like this. So if it's too much, feel free to come back onto your tummy. Let's go for another minute here. Maybe you're settling down into it a little. Maybe you're desperate to get out of it. All right, let's push back, roll back onto our fronts. And let's just bring the hands one on top of the other, just rest our head on the backs of our hands, just relax for a moment. Let any tension out that right shoulder just dissipate. Again, just noticing how that feels. Whether you like that or not, whether it was a bit too intense or not. All right, so let's lift our heads up and let's try the left side. So you're going to stretch that left arm out and then you're going to roll back onto that left shoulder now. Head on the floor, take the right leg and just bend it and bring it behind the left leg. And that right hand can either just be propping you up in front or you can take it behind the body just to kind of add a bit more weight to that pull to the right side. And just holding here, just thinking about how this feels on this side. And we're opening up the chest.
Really giving that shoulder a big stretch. This is sometimes called broken wing. It's a little bit unfortunate. I'm really not trying to break your arm. Stay here for another minute. Easing either way if you need to ease off, or if you feel like you can go back a little further. But don't overdo it. All right, let's very slowly roll back onto our tummies, coming back to that position where we've got the hands stacked, and just rest the head on the backs of the hands. And again, just noticing how the left shoulder feels now. All right, so we're going to come up into Sphinx. So just come up onto your forearms. What did you think of that breaking arm? Did you like it? Yeah. I mean, it can be quite intense, can't it?
Yeah.
On the shoulders.
Probably is a good.
Does the job, doesn't it? All right, so let's just come up onto our forearms. So we're kind of parallel to the body, quite close to the body. Just have the legs out behind you, feet flat. And we'll just keep the head up, and we're just going to stay here for a couple of minutes. So again, chest is up. Gentle back bend. Nothing too intense. And we're holding it for a few minutes can a little intense. Remember to keep everything else relaxed. Don't be punching the shoulders or clamping the jaw. Everything nice and soft. Nearly halfway there. Maybe you're noticing the forearms starting to talk to you. Just try and ignore them. Bringing your mind back to your breath. Checking in on your breath. Keeping it slow. A minute left. And let's come down again now, very slowly. And again, let's just stack the hands, rest the head on top of the hands. Okay. So very slowly push yourself up, come to sit on your heels. Have a drink if you need one. And then we're going to need a cushion or one or two cushions depending to come in front of us. Okay. So we're going to do melting heart, where we're going to bring our chest down to the mat. And we're going to stretch our arms out and our bottom sticking in the air. So again, we're really opening up the chest, particularly with the arms up. But again, if it's too much to have the arms straight forward, you can just kind of have them slightly back, so there's not so much pressure on the shoulders. So just coming up onto the knees. These cushions are going to go directly under your chest. Then what you're going to do is bring your chest all the way down onto the cushions, have your bottom sticking up in the air, it's this funny one, and bring the head down to the mat in front of the cushions. And then stretching the arms away if you can. You can have them bent, that's better. So the chest is resting directly on those cushions. Bottom sticking up in the air. So just try and settle in this position. Do a little move around just to get yourself as comfortable as you can. If you can have the feet flat, have the feet flat. And just really notice we're opening up the chest, stretching the arms away. Our chest is melting into the ground, into the cushions. Got a bit of a back bend going on as well. A slightly awkward feeling posture, so just try and move past that and just relax. And stay here for 3 minutes. We've already done about 30 seconds. So. And if the shoulders start to ache, just bend the arms a bit. Bring them back in. We're halfway there now, so not too long left. At least you know with this one there isn't another side. Nearly there. All right, so we're just about coming to the end. So bring the hands back in to alongside the face. So you can push yourself back. You're going to take those cushions away. Come into a wide kneed child pose. So take the knees nice and wide to the edges of the mat. And then we're just going to come down and bring everything as close to the mat as we can. Just don't have the arms outstretched this time, just have a bend in them so we can relax the shoulders a little. So again, you're aiming to your chest to the ground, tummy to the ground, everything to the ground. And we'll just stay here for a couple of minutes. Feeling a nice stretch in the hips with this one. So always really grounding ourselves and relaxing. So very slowly, you can lift your head, start walking your hands back. And we're going to come on to our bottoms and we're going to take the legs out wide. Taking the legs wide. We're going to come over the legs. So again, get a cushion or two so you can pop them on top of your right thigh. Okay. However many you need, just to rest either your chest or your head, or you might just want to rest like this. Okay, so we're going to come over the right leg. So just look to your right foot and then just drape yourself over your cushions. Hands can be alongside the leg, or they can be resting on the cushions if you want. Bringing the head down, supporting the head. Again, softening everything, softening the face. Shoulders relaxed. Wherever the arms are, have a bend in them, don't have them tight. Giving the leg a bit of a stretch now. So just noticing how you feel, what you can feel. And if you can, just let that happen, just let it all stretch out. Halfway there. Keep holding. Maybe notice what the brain's doing. Is it starting to slow down, or is it still worrying about what else is going on? And if it is, just try and bring it to focus on what's happening right now. Part of yin is not the physical practice, it's the mind challenge. I challenge you to stay still for long periods of time. You could do it. Just another 30 seconds here, and we're going to roll up. All right, we're coming to the end of it. Let's just very slowly shuffle our hands up, rolling up. Before we go to the other side, we're going to bring the left foot in and then the right. So we're crossing the legs, having the right in front. And we're just going to come forwards over our crossed legs. So again, you can bring the cushions directly in front or into your lap. And we're just going to come forwards. You might want to have the cushions end on end if you can't get very far down. And just stay here for 2 minutes, just stretching forward as opposed to stretching to the side. Just letting your breath help you forwards, help you down. Nearly there, just a little bit longer here, and then we'll be coming up and taking our legs wide again to turn to our left side. So let's slowly roll up, bringing the head up last. And then let's take our legs wide again. And we're going to turn to the left. So again, cushions wherever you want on your left leg. Whatever is good for you. And then when you're ready, just draping yourselves over your cushions, your supports. Hands either side of the legs or on the cushions or the leg. And just settling down into this left side now. Being aware if this leg is easier or harder. Just letting the muscles relax, letting the tissue relax. Stretching it. Halfway there. Getting quieter now, very still. I'm leaning back for this last minute, or maybe removing a cushion if you feel like it. Or just staying here. Alright, let's very slowly roll back up, bringing the head up last. And then we're going to bring the right foot in and then the left. So we're crossing the legs the other way. This is probably the weird way, I guess. And then we're going to come forward again. So again, just bring in the cushions wherever you want. Whether you want to rest your head or your chest. Just folding forwards between the hips. And staying here for 2 minutes. Just another minute here. And then let's very slowly push up, bring the head up last. Let's just straighten the legs out, just lean back on the hands for a moment. Just give the legs a little shake if you want to. Again, just noting the difference. Right. Okay, let's come onto our hands and knees again. Okay, so we're going to stretch the shoulders a little more. We're going to take the shoulders the other way. This one you all know anyway. So come onto hands and knees. Just have the knees, sorry, a little bit apart. So we're going to take the right arm, we're going to thread it underneath the body, and you're going to bring your right shoulder and your right ear to rest on the floor. So again, we've got a bottom sticking up in the air. And lying or resting on our right shoulder. So this left hand you can either keep by the face, or for added stretching, you can stretch it out above your head, palm flat on the floor. So we're just stretching that shoulder the other way. We rolled back on it earlier, now we've got it folded underneath us. If anything feels like it's dangling and you don't want it to be, you can shove a cushion underneath. Whether that is under the chest or the other part to make yourself more comfortable. Otherwise, let's just try and relax in this position for a few minutes. Stretching that shoulder, also twisting the upper back slightly. halfway there. That left arm is complaining, you can bring it back down towards the face. Or just keep it up there. A little bit longer. All right, let's just push back up to all fours. Very slowly bring that right arm in. Let's just push back our bottom into child's pose again, just for a moment. Just rest the head on the lap and the mat side. Arms outstretched ahead of us. Little bend in the arm though, so we're not overstretching. Just relax down for a moment. And then let's slowly come back up to all fours. And then this time we're going to take that left arm, thread it underneath the body, bring the left shoulder and the left ear down to the floor, resting fully on them. Bottom in the air, right arm stretching out above the head if you can. Just resting here. Lying on our left shoulder now, giving it a stretch the other way. Upper back twist the other way. A minute to go. All right, let's very slowly come up. Bring the left hand back. I'll just come back into child's pose again. Bottom to heels, head to mat. Arms alongside the ears. Bit of a bend in the arm there.
Oh, so just very gently pushing yourself back up. We're going to come onto our backs now. So if you want to have a drink or anything before you come down, we've got a few more things to do on our backs before relaxation. So have a cushion handy. We're going to pop it underneath the base of the spine in a moment. Just come onto your back. Let's just bring the knees to the chest for a moment. And just hug the knees. Just releasing the back. And bring the feet back down to the floor. Reach over for your cushion and just slide it just at the base of the spine. So right at the base of the spine. So it's not under the back, it's under the coccyx, I guess. All right. And then arms alongside the body with the palms face downwards. We're going to raise the legs up. Both legs. Flatten the feet at the top. Hold our legs up. So that cushion is just pushing us back a little bit, raising up the hips a little more than they would be. Shoulders on the floor, head in center. Either eyes closed or contemplating your toes, whichever you want. Having the legs up like this is really restorative, really good for the nervous system. Also letting the energy of our feet just flow into the base of the spine. You can keep the legs up for another minute or so. Very relaxing. A little bit longer. Let's bend the legs and bring the feet back to the floor. And just remove that cushion for a moment. I'm going to bring it back in a minute. Just take the knees from side to side, just to loosen the back. And bring the knees back to center. So we're going to bring that cushion back in. This time it's going to come right underneath the upper back, so right at the shoulder blades, not the head or the neck, so just put right at the top of the back. So the head is dropping down behind the edge of that cushion. So the head is on the floor, if that's comfortable. If it's not comfortable having the head slightly tipped back, you can have another cushion under the head. But cushion underneath that upper back so you can really feel the chest being pushed up and opening out. And you're going to bend your legs and bring the soles of the feet together. And just let the hips flop out. Now, if you want to, and if you've got more cushions, you can always put cushions under your knees or your thighs if you feel like the legs need to be supported. And if comfortable, let's take the arms out stretched either side on the floor. You take them, if you can, take them about shoulder height. So we really feel like we're opening up the chest again. Shoulders are rolling back. So in this position, just really feel like everything's opening up. And let's just check in with our breath again. Seeing if you can move the breath to the abdominal area once more. Feeling the low lung rise and fall with your breath. And consciously slowing the breath down. Staying here for another minute or so. Really enjoying this position, really opening up. Opening the hips, opening the chest, opening the shoulders. Just 30 seconds more. And we'll slowly come out. All right, so just bring the arms alongside the body. Bring the knees together. Let's just gently remove the cushion from under the back. And bring the knees up to the chest again. Just hold the knees close to the chest. Again, just noticing that after effect. You can really feel that the muscles have been stretching and relaxed in the posture directly after. And then keep the knees into the chest, and we'll just take the arms out stretched either side again with the palms faced upwards. And we're just going to finish off with a twist to either side. So if you think you might want a cushion to rest your knees on, pop a cushion over to the right side, because we'll drop the knees to the right first. So drop the knees over to the right. Turn your head to the left. You're twisting through the body. Twisting the upper back. Keep the shoulders on the floor. Those right knees, maybe they're on the floor, that's great. If you want to rest them on top of a cushion just to ease off, that's fine. And keeping the arms up, so again we're opening up the chest, stretching the shoulders and the upper body. And stay here for 3 minutes and then we'll move to the other side. And 30 seconds more on this side. So very slowly, just bring the knees back to center, bring the head back to center, and we'll just hug the knees again for a moment. Just hold the knees close, just feeling that after effect. Relaxing the back. And then we'll take the arms out again. Shoulder height, palms up. And then slowly dropping the knees over to the left, turning the head to the right. And then bringing in a cushion under the knees if you want. Maybe between the knees. And just resting here in this lovely supine twist. Halfway there.
Yeah, a little bit longer. And bring the knees back to the chest. All right. Very slowly drawing the knees back to the chest, bring the arms in, just hold the knees close again. And then bring the feet to the floor. And let's just take the legs either side again, take the knees either side, just loosening up the back. Just taking a few small movements. And then it's time for relaxation. So stretch your legs out. If you want to get anything, put any clothes on. I'm going to close that. Make yourself comfortable. So lying down in Shavasana. Arms alongside the body for a moment. Legs together, just let the feet pop out. Head in center. Let's just rock our head gently from side to side, just to loosen the neck a little more. And bring the head back to center. Bring your attention now back to your breath. Slowing the breath down. Again, just seeing if you can bring the breath into the lower lungs, the abdomen. Breathing deeply and feeling the lower lung rise and fall with your breath. We're going to move the breath into the mid-chest now, seeing as we've been focusing on the heart and the chest. I want you to bring your hands to rest directly across the middle of your chest, so directly across your boobs, basically. Palms are flat across the middle of the chest, fingertips touching. And just breathing deeply, moving the air into the mid-chest. And just feeling the middle of the chest rise and fall under your hands. You should breathe in and you should breathe out. Breathing into the mid-chest is really good for the heart itself. Circulating energy around that area. And let's just slow the breath down and breathe. A 6 count in and out. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing out, 2, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in. Breathing out.
in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keeping the hands on the mid-chest. We're going to keep breathing there. And this time we're going to breathe in for 6. And then we're going to breathe out for as long as we can. I want you to think the sound ooh in your mind. It's the sound that correlates with the heart, the mid-chest area. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing out as long as you can. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing out, thinking ooh, and breathing out for as long as you can. Again, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out as long as you can, thinking ooh. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing out as long as you can. Breathing in. Out as long as you can. Once more, breathing in. Breathing out. Last few breaths with our hands like this. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. And on the out breath, we're going to make the sound ooh. And do it for as long as we can. We're just going to do that 3 times. And you're going to feel that ooh resonating around the mid-chest area. So just let the breath out. I'm going to breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Breathing in. Last time, breathe in. You can release the hands now. Bring the arms back down alongside the body. Just let the breath settle. Slowing it down, bring it to whatever rhythm is comfortable for you. Now we're going to take our awareness down to our feet. Relax our feet. Relaxing our calves. Relaxing our knees. Focusing on the thighs, relaxing both thighs.
And focusing on the base of the spine, relaxing the base of the spine, the hips, the pelvis. And just being aware that both legs, the lower body, are now completely relaxed. Taking the mind to the abdomen, relaxing the abdomen, feeling the belly soft and relaxed. Taking awareness to your back, relaxing all the way up the back, letting each vertebra relax down onto the mat. Focusing on the chest, relaxing the chest muscles, feeling the chest heavy, open and relaxed. And just observing that the whole of the torso is completely relaxed. Taking the mind now down to your fingertips, relaxing your fingers and your hands and your wrists. Relaxing the lower arms, relaxing the elbows. Relaxing the upper arms and relaxing the shoulders. And just being aware that both arms now are completely relaxed. Focusing on the neck and the throat. Relaxing those muscles. Relax your jaw, let it hang open slightly. Relax the tongue in the mouth. Softening the face muscles. Relaxing the cheeks and the nose and the eyes. Relax behind your ears. Relax the back of the head. Relaxing now across the top of the head. And then finally relaxing across the forehead. And just noticing the neck and the face and the head is feeling completely relaxed and soft. Just let your internal gaze now just rest on the point between the eyebrows. Let that focus sink inwards towards the brain. And now being aware that the whole body is completely relaxed. The whole body is completely calm. The body is completely still.
Bring your mind back to your breath. Taking a few deeper breaths into the body. Feeling the lungs expand as you breathe in and deflate as you breathe out. Very gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. And very slowly rolling onto your left side. Just rest on your left side. Rest your head and your arm. Rolling onto your tummies, just resting your head and the backs of your hands. And then in your own time and very slowly, you can push yourself back up to sitting. Keep your eyes closed into a comfortable seated position with the palms together at the chest. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Thank you very much, both. Thank you. Hope you have a nice evening. Great tone. Switches.